Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just had a funny one show up. I'm just going to put my Facebook on the other page. Uh, it's only because it's intriguing that I get the impression that there's a comment from yesterday that I did with an online expo for Boomer Press that's popped into the comments as an auto. No, it hasn't. Good morning. My goodness. Some of the things that happen when you're doing a live stream live. I'm Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. And here we go. We've started the reading. We've started the session. Michaela, good morning, lovely, and all. Good morning to you, lovely soul. I think I've sorted what I saw isn't there. And good morning to you, Anne, as well. Good morning to me. Thank you. Lovely, lovely. Let's get going because I know I'm later than usual, but I'm starting to shift it to the 8:30 in deference. That's probably not the right word. So that it meets more of your needs for those who would really like to have it just that little later. I intend to bring it to being closer to the 8:15 to 8:30, probably more around the 8:30. Okay, so in moving it forward, except weekends can be a little bit ad hoc. Hopefully it will be more stable at the 8:30. The only days, remember, would be the Tuesday and Wednesday when I do volunteering. It will be early on those days, as in hopefully before the 8 and finished before the 8. So I'm aiming at 7:30 for those. Yeah, it is as it is, isn't it? And I love those lovely hearts. Thank you so much, Michaela. And your internet keeps dropping out. Oh, mine's looking really fine here. So I think I've actually got quite a stable internet this morning. In general, mine is. So maybe there is some other feeds coming off yours that's creating a streaming issue for you, Anne. Check that first, but unfortunately there's not much else I can do because I've got it down to the bare bones now at the moment. Let's go across to the cards though, because it is what we're here for. And this morning I am going to use the Sirens song because it is a weekend. We're on Saturday the 14th of June and I love mixing it up a bit. I am going to use the Lenormand from this one, not the Kipper, because as you can see it is Lenormand and Kipper cards within this deck. I'll just open the box to show you how that looks. So here we go, the Lenormand Kipper. They can be mixed together for a reading or they can be just used separately, which I am doing at the moment. So, okay, we'll zoom into the cards. I'll shift this away so it's out of the way. And with this particular deck, because it's a very different styling with the theme, the Sirens song is more about the nautical and the submarine type of thing, using the sirens as the basis. Now, if you know any of the nautical myths and histories type of thing, the siren is the mermaid, that sings to the sailors, the energy that sings to the sailors, whether she was real or not. They're usually female. So I have sort of read this intro because the welcome aboard, as you can see from here, the welcome aboard, we've got the different Kipper, Lenormand and Kipper card spreads, the Grand Tableau. So very interestingly, I will do one of those at some point, whether it's tonight or whether it's going to be another time, who knows. They're beautiful cards, and because of the nautical theme, I am going to read it from the guidebook, okay? Now, oh, that's a little bit low, isn't it? I'm trying to get, what is the gist of the depth of this as it looks on the screen? Let me just get my background happening. That should be live, shouldn't it? Oh, goodness. Oh, yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, it does look a little bit too far down. So I'm just going to shift it up a little bit so you've got it more centered on the screen. Okay, there we go. Now, and a good morning to Georgie. Good morning, good morning. Lovely to have you here. And good morning, Ros Boundary. Oh, wow, I'm excited. Let's chat soon. That'll be good. We should, absolutely. And these cards, the cards are exquisitely painted. I agree. I think that in some sense was what really attracted me when I saw them. It would have been just online somewhere, or it could even have been someone I'd seen doing a reading with them. I just absolutely loved it. It is the artworks, the work, because each card in itself is a work of art when you see them in real life. The vision that you're getting here via a webcam that is there, that's there in my, yeah, it just doesn't do it justice. I can't get it close enough to show you the absolute beautiful detail of how this is painted, because there's little threads through all of this wavy cloudiness in the background. It's absolutely, it is exquisite. But anyway, we're here for the reading. So the first we're going to look at is the crossroads. The way that I'm reading these themes is this one is the theme for the day. The crossroads will be covering that. It's card 22. In the home space, which is to our left, because I feel our heart is more across the left of our body. Left, right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We have the home space here with the ship, card number 3. Now, these little indicators up the top, that is referencing what is the corresponding playing card out of a normal playing deck that we've been used to over many years as children, probably. So this one is 10 of spades as the corresponding playing deck. So ship 3 in the home space, crossroads, that actually has, yeah, it's the Queen of Diamonds there. Very hard to read it even close up. And with the coffin in our workspace, so this is the energy of what our workspace might have today, is the 9 of Diamonds. It is card 8. Okay, so let's start with our crossroads and see what that has for us in our booklet. And Fiona is here. Good morning, Fiona. So good morning, Ros Gurley, and all around the globe. A good afternoon or a good evening with the beautiful hearts. Lovely to see you here, Fiona. And Sharon, morning, Ros, and all as well. So I'll look up card 22. It's a fairly big book. So the division is, I've got it up. I haven't used them very much, so it is a bit of a hunt. And there we go, the crossroads. With the crossroads, we've got keywords of decisions, route, assessment, and choice, which seems logical for a crossroad. When crossroad appears, it's time to stop, take a deep breath, and consider the decision before you. This isn't your average, should I have the chocolate croissant or oatmeal for breakfast type of choice. It's a it's a weighty enterprise requiring careful deliberation, because there are implications and consequences, cause and effect, if you head down either road, right or wrong. So it just indicates that what we're coming up against here is a bigger decision, some choice that is possibly going to have those big consequences. And marking this spot is a sentinel. We've got whatever nautical creature this one is. Looks sort of like a cuttlefish, octopus, or jellyfishy or something. I'm not quite sure. Is it cuttlefish or a squid? Anyway, there's a left or a right, or keep moving forward or go back. Whatever it is that you make as your choice with this big decision, you're going to be needing to be aware as much as you can be of what the consequences of your actions may be, because there are going to be the cause and effect factor in what choice you make. But that's the same as anything, any type of choice that we make, usually anyway. But this one, as our theme, even, it's going to be a bigger choice that we're making, a bigger decision, bigger move. So take the time. That's what we're being told here, is take the time to make that choice. Okay. Now, as we move across to the ship, I'll check the comments again. Oh, goodness. Hang on a sec, there's been a few. Hold on, let me find where it is, because I know. There we go. Sharon's putting another comment. Good morning. Now, I'm not sure where that one is. Is that one in, it might be over on the profile. Don't know, because this is going to the profile, the Ros Bandy page. I think I've even cross-posted to the Hypnosis Plus with Ros page as well, just to see what it does, because it's been a while since I've done that. Different persona, because you can see the oh, look, you're playing a tricky one there, Shaz. You've got one there with one avatar. Oh no, it's two different avatars. It's all right. It's just me going nuts. Fiona, thank you so much for the numerology. We're on a day 2 with our day number, and the cards move down into being a 1 when you add up the cards here, the 10 and the 3, the Queen would be a 12 and a 22, the 9 and the 8. So I'll just pop that up again so that you can understand how that is set up there. So there we go. So it's the 22 and the 12, 3 and the 10, 8 and the 9. Yes. And that breaks down to the 1. Thank you so much. It's the start of a new journey. Ultimately, it looks like that would be very relevant for our crossroads and the decision that we may be making. It is almost as if we are on a new start with a new journey. So lovely synchronicity there. And we have Fiona is saying good morning to Sharon. So lovely. And yep, Sharon's, Shaz, you saying I moved around a bit. So that's fine by me. We like to shift between different spaces. So I dare say, have you gotten out of bed yet? And here we have Michaela with those beautiful emojis. Thank you. And onward we go, which we do. And there we go with the ship. So Shaz, you were waiting for the stream to start and chatting to Anne. So oh, I've got to put that up. You're focused now. That's very good. Good girl. I just got to have a giggle. Inside a joke almost. And here we go with the ship card number 3. Whipping over to the ship. This is in the home space, remember? So this is a bit of moving around. We're plotting our courses. Interesting that we've got a crossroads. So here we're going to be able to bring forward some form of direction that we're going in. So the key words here, though, are commerce, trade, and movement. I wouldn't think we're doing too much commerce in the home space. Or trade, well, you might be negotiating things that are going to be done today. Or, yes, probably pocket money and things if you've got kids, because it's what used to happen in our house many years ago, many years ago, when we had our pocket money given to us on a Saturday. Anyway, here we go. Ship sails through the expansive ocean with impressive momentum, promising great wealth, trade, or inheritance. Its movement sympathetically generates waves of abundance and bounty that will break at our siren's feet. When ship touches the siren card, it takes on an alternate meaning of travel or an adventure, and that is referencing the grand tableau. So because we've got a straight 3-card reading here, it's not really relevant for that, but it still can mean travel. You could be taking a short day trip out. Generally, it means the longer type of trip that takes a suitcase and 3 or 4 or 5 or more types of nights at sea, so to speak, because that in those days would have been the amount of time, you'd be months for some. Here we have, looks like an octopus, giant octopus, with the protection. I feel it's more protection of the ship as it is sailing. probably against the sirens, because the sirens were considered to be, in general, from what I've remembered reading, something of could be bad luck. You just didn't want to hear it. Anyway, that's part for another time. I can look that up at some point. And oh, there we go. The first time I've had a troll or spammer in my feed for a long time. Certainly do report it, please, for those who are seeing it in the stream and in your comment stream. So with this, it does mean that we are on the move. We're going to have some things happen today. Set your course, because one of the things with ships is they definitely need navigation. This in particular is being seen on water, because what we are is the Siren's Song as the theme of the whole deck. So we are more nautical. It's not like the airship that we get in the Gilded Reverie. This one is more water bound, but it still doesn't mean you can't go wherever you need to. You set your course, you set the direction and intention. So that's what this is going to be meaning for today. Okay, and being the 10 as the specific corresponding here with these cards, you bring it down, and one here is another new journey. Here we go. Okay, start of something exciting for today. Okay, now, and let me go back to these other comments that I have. Good heavens, quite a few. And here we go. Sharon saying yes, coffee and waffles. Oh, it's one thing I probably could do is grab, yes, invest in a waffle machine, but then I'd eat them, and that probably isn't good. That's okay. And Fiona, I'm on your business page. I'm having breakfast while I'm listening, and I'm eating a meal called faux noodles with banana soup. How do you do a banana soup? That sounds intriguing. I'd love the recipe for that to try it out. Interesting. And Sharon say, hi Fiona, I hope you're doing well. So thank you for that. And yes, the spammer and Georgie, yes, commerce from negotiating chores done by kids for pocket money. Yep, that's what it was. We were on a farm, so there was a lot of chores, and it's certainly something that we learnt the value of work, money, and how to manage it, actually, even back then. A good way, really, I do think it's a very good way of teaching children value for money. We still have money, probably not in the same way of cash like we used to. I don't know how parents do it now. Of course, being grandma now, rather Nana, grandma. I only call myself Nana, not a grandma. So it is what it is. Times change. I wonder how kids are going to be. And anyway, it's certainly a different world from when we had the cash negotiations to what is, children need to learn responsibility from a young age. That's just my opinion. Okay, let's get back to this. I saw your comment there, Georgie. It happens occasionally. Just report them, do the report block, all that sort of stuff. Now, here we go. Fiona is saying, I just feed my ship. I just feed my... Oh, I'm not sure what that emoji is. It's looking a bit small there. Oh, vegetarian soup. So it's a vegetarian soup and you put banana in it. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm more used to putting my banana in a porridge and oatmeal to cook it that way. Rice noodles are the faux. Yeah, I was pretty sure I knew what those were. So thank you for describing your breakfast. You're making me hungry because I haven't eaten yet. But anyway, we're over here now in the workspace, and what we are getting here is coffin, and that's card 8. I'm just feeling into the energy of what that might mean. Well, we've got the start and an end. What I'm feeling is there is a beginning and an end to our day today that's going to finalise something. So let's read what the Siren Song cards have, the book, the definition, that the guidance that they're giving from us for us here. So coffin has the keywords of death, serious illness or loss. So, coffin is a harbinger of. Oh, my book's looking a bit flary. The pages themselves are actually a bit glossy, so it's a little bit hard to read with the sunlight on them. So, coffin is a harbinger of misfortune and should not be misinterpreted as a positive card. I disagree with that, but anyway, it presages the experience of severe and painful endings, serious illness, grief, and loss. Many readers will say that an ending is the route to transformation and new beginnings, but the core meaning of the Lenormand coffin is the anguish caused by an ending or loss. It impacts our sirens' lives for the worst. This is a bit of a downer card in the meaning that they're giving it. I do disagree with it is new beginnings once it's the transformation. I think that personally, I disagree with this interpretation, but we'll go with what's here. So it impacts our science life for the worse. So it's a negative. It's being given to us as a negative bad card. Bad, not saying bad, but really, grief and illness and all that sort of stuff. So only with positive cards following can we see the process of transformation and relief from these darker days. So that's relative to a Grand Tableau as well. And we're looking at it from that aspect, I feel, of yes, it is an ending. There might be something at work that does give you grief and really is something that you're going to have that sense of sadness and mourning about. But in that sense, we also have that's a celebration. Now, a lot of funerals now are not called, they're not really called funerals. They're being called celebration of life. And I feel that that's what we're looking at today is more the celebration of what has been achieved and what's now finished, being in the work context. So we have got this change of direction. We've got the crossroads here. It is going to be something that brings us potentially to a completion of one pathway that we've been journeying on to the start of another. We are making our choice with this crossroads, with that big decision. And it is going to mean that we're needing to reset our course and be able to shift from what has been into that new direction. And you know what your life situation has around you to be able to choose wisely. Okay, so do take that time today. What I'm getting with that as the summary is to, yes, take that time today when you feel that you are faced with that choice, that decision you're needing to make, that it is your crossroad the theme. It is that. Take some time to consider and work through that choice so that you are sure. Go within and check with that inner self. Trust what you're feeling as far as your intuition and your guidance by your spirit guides as well. Connect with them to ask the correct, to ask for the correct path that you're needing to take to help make that choice. So that's the theme. That's what I'm feeling around these three cards for our energies today and directions that we are going to be taking. Okay. So, and Georgie, the word funeral has fun in it. Celebrating the fun in someone's life. Well, yes, it is. And it's interesting when you experience someone reading the eulogy as to, there's this, and I know there's usually a lot of planning in what to include in a eulogy because you've got such a short time span to summarize someone's life. And it can be just things that you absolutely didn't even know about a person that are revealed when you go to listen closely to what someone's included in that life and knowing that there's plethora more. It's really that shrinking down into the moments that someone has seen as being most important in a person's life, and yet there are boggins more of what is their life. It's the same with us. What would you yourself include in your eulogy? What has been fun in your life? And it could be that is being our crossroad for today, is considering some of what we would share with others further out. And, because I'm writing and, doing that pathway of choosing what do you put in or take out of books, whether it's memoir, whether it is not, a self-help guide and that type of stuff. It's really interesting exercise to do. Okay, and thank you, Roz. Hope you have a wonderful day. Definitely going to, thank you, because it is going to be a writing day for me. So thank you. And Fiona, thank you, Roz girlie. Keep warm. Yes, it's cold. Have a good day. Love your energy and all around the globe. Good afternoon or good evening. Thank you. And you can resonate with the cards today. Next week will be your son's born day in heaven. Yes, and that is a location that can still be celebrated because there can be that connection still. You need to trust your connection from the heart with those who are passed on loved ones. So I hope it goes well for you for next week then. And Georgie, yes, a eulogy is a special piece to hear about the life of the person we love. Yes, it is. It's one of those things that my dad, because over the years, of course, he had taken a couple of funerals, led them as a lay preacher. But it's one of those things that he felt really important to have a good eulogy because you really did learn about someone as you were remembering their life and celebrating what they went through. Yeah, interesting how some of those memories come forward even as we speak. You've taken me down a pathway there. Thank you, Georgie. I might have to go off and write about it as part of. I've got a notebook for my memoir itself, specifically to write those notes. And you get to burn off ancestry money to send to him. You're grateful. That's lovely. Thank you, Fiona, for that. We need to live in whatever way we choose, and that's where our theme for the day of the crossroads really is important. It's what you feel from within that needs to be the consideration for you to make your choices and your connection with spirit. So be true to you, be the best you, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. So it's namaste, and thank you for being here.